going on, guys? Welcome to the New 50 Noob. I am Simple Simon. I am your comic book noob, and the world is going crazy. We are living a serious real-life crisis event right now. So yeah, I'm at Big City Comics, and we're gonna get right into it. Let's do this. All right. First of all, say hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Alright, so some crazy stuff's been going on in the world, and I got a phone call from Mark yesterday telling me what's going on with the whole comic book industry and what's going on with Diamond. So do you want to explain? I know he's busy at work, he's got a lot to do, but just while you're working there, Mark, do you reckon you could just explain what's going on with Diamond?
Diamond have put a hold on all new releases or on weekly shipments. So in the States, they're still allowing back orders or orders of trades, and so they can replenish stock. But here in Australia, they have all shipments have ceased.
Hey, so what's going on in America? They can still get... In
our email that we got, it said that they can still replenish their stocks with trades. But here in Australia, because we're in Australia, they've stopped all the shipments.
Oh, just trades, but new releases are just, they're done.
They're done to everyone. The problem is that printing companies are shutting down, so DC and Marvel are having trouble getting their stuff printed. So it's pretty much the comic book supply chain, I suppose you could call it, is ceasing. So the next logical step is to stop the putting pressure on the companies to print, to get them out in their sense, and then obviously now, which is the retailers, we are the ones that get the books out there for them, so it's been postponed. It hasn't been cancelled, of course, but it's until further notice. It's hard not to think that this is probably the death of printed comics, because people who still want to read comics, you can still read them, they're still available digitally. So do you
know if all the upcoming releases will still be coming out digitally?
I imagine so. They still do anyway.
It's crazy.
It's hard to see if the industry ever comes back up from this, because they haven't really given us a date. It'll be back, at the end of June, or it'll be back in July or August or whatever. So I think the industry has been waiting for the digital market, like as in the digital market's been there, but I think the printed one's been waiting for the whole point of stopping printed stuff, and I think they're being forced into it now. I mean, it's basically cutting out us, which is the middleman.
Has anything like this ever happened, or even remotely? Like, has Diamond ever shut down for any other reason before? Never, yeah?
Never, not that I know of. I've only had a comic book store for 4 years, so. But as far as I know, no. I love printed comics. Solomon here loves printed comics. So it's going to be hard for us to go into, who read comics, like myself. I still read comics, but to go into digital. I mean, to read digital, who's going to read it on their phone? You're going to need a tablet, or to even get the feel of a comic, the size of a comic. A tablet would be the ideal way. Some people do read it on their phone, and that's all good. But both DC, Marvel, I'm pretty sure all of them have a digital section that you can buy, through an app, and buy a subscription.
I have looked at digital comics before, you can get the free ones from the DC app, and I just want to see what it was like. I don't like it. I like turning the page, man. Yeah, so as far as running a shop, you've obviously placed orders for books that are coming out and still to come out. Of course. What's going on with that? What do you think would be the plan for Diamond, considering they've already taken orders for books that may never come out?
I don't know. I can't answer that. As far as I know, I put the orders in. As far as I know, till further notice. That's what they told us. And even not my freight company here in Australia, will let you know when Diamond resume, sending books over until further notice. So that's what we've been told. Diamond is a company that relies on the printed product. So if they stop, if printed products stop, comics, then Diamond stops as well. So that could be the end of that company. So it's not only the little guy, man. The big guy's going to be affected too. I've heard always people say in this environment now, it doesn't discriminate. The coronavirus does not discriminate. So we just have to be vigilant, I suppose. I mean, the comic books will still come out. You know, the creators will still be there. They work from home, so they're not going to stop that. You know, 100%. And if anything, right now we need some, I don't know, distraction. You know, there's no sport, there's no anything really. So, you know, entertainment. You know, we can't go to the movies. You can only stay home. You know, watch our Netflix until the internet goes out. I'm joking.
Well, the internet's definitely, well, I've noticed that my internet has been a little bit, every now and then I see that spinning circle a little bit more than I'm used to. But you will like to hear that I actually read some books the other night, Mark. I stayed at home 2.5 hours. I just read books. So I'm up to date on Batman, I'm up to date on Red Hood, I'm up to date on Catwoman. I just smashed out it was like eight or 9 books in a row. Bang!
Are you serious?
That's right, I'm
You're
reading.
serious right now?
I'm dead serious, mate.
This guy.
Back on that train. So at the moment, they're saying on the news here in Australia that, or in Victoria anyway, we're about to hit stage 3, and that's pretty much going to be full lockdown, right?
Yeah, I would imagine.
So I've really got nothing else to do but make videos and probably catch up on some reading. Being that this is the last week of New Comic Book Day,
Yep.
and we happen to have previews out as well.
Sorry?
We happen to have previews out as well for books that may never hit the stand. I mean, I think it's got, in my head, I keep thinking surely that once this blows over, things will go back just to the way they were. But I guess if they're missing out on prints.
What do you mean, missing out on?
Well, I mean, so they're not actually printing the books that are coming out over the next few weeks, right?
I don't know. I have no idea, Mark. I'm sorry, Mark. I can't tell you. I can't answer that.
Why don't you know, Mark?
Even though as a retailer, we have to order 2 months in advance, you know, so I don't know where that went. I just put through my this month's order, so I don't know. Will they re-solicit that order? Will they re-solicit these orders? I don't know. I have no idea. Until further notice. That's all we know.
In my head, I feel like, look, I don't know anything. I'm a very simple man, but I just feel like once it's over, I'd imagine things would just go back to normal.
Well, that's what slowly, yes, it will go back to normal. It's not going to go back to normal overnight.
Yeah, no.
But so slowly, we'll go back to normal.
But we're
all hoping.
But
obviously.
do you seriously think that the prints will just stop completely?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah. I honestly think that the printed format comic will probably cease. There'll still maybe be trades in print, but the weekly new release, I imagine, will cease to exist. That's how I feel at the moment. I could change. I might be wrong, of course, but this is only my opinion. So,
that's a tough pill to swallow for comic book collectors, right?
One thing is definitely for sure that the prices of vintage stuff, of actually printed comics, of vintage stuff will absolutely go on the rise if that's the case.
Too bad I don't like selling my stuff and I just like holding on to it. So yeah, what's that mean for the shop, man? I guess that was when you called me yesterday, that was the toughest pill to swallow for me, because I was like, what? What do you mean? What do you think?
We have
for big city comics.
Well, as a retailer, you have to now offer other services, which I do anyway. Like I've always offered delivery and mail order and phone orders. I've always done that. You wouldn't be a forward thinker if you didn't think of that, if you didn't run a business in this day and age, to provide other options. So I'm going to continue doing that. I'm going to keep continuing selling what I've got until I run out, I suppose, because I can't replenish my books. I was going to keep going until they tell me I can't. Until the government comes out and tells me you can't open your business, for the public. Then I'll move to online. I'll move to eBay. I'll move to delivery service. Leave it on the doorstep or whatever. But
so you do want to stay,
of course,
doing this.
Of course, and the thing is,
you're sitting on so much
I
stuff.
just have to change my business plan. I have to change the way I do things. The situation is so fluid. You just gotta. I keep telling people I've got to keep riding the wave, and wherever that wave takes me, I've got to adapt. I can't sit and get upset about it. I can't sit and get depressed about it, because it's not going to help things. It's not going to help anyone. At the end of the day, I've got it easy. I'm okay, you know. Like I have no employees that I'm responsible for. So I think I'm on the end of the lucky stick in this, if you can find a lucky stick in this day and age, you know. But there are other businesses who have employees, who have, you know, mortgages and, you know, houses. So I'm very lucky. I've only got a business to lose, and that's fine. If I lose my business, that's fine, but I'm not going to let it go easily. I'll fight tooth and nail, you know. But at the end of the day, I'll keep going until they tell me I can't, you know. And at the same time, I've got to be safe. I've got to be clean, you know. As the Mandalorian says, this is the way.
When Mark closed his old shop, and in between shops, when he didn't have a shop to run his business through, he actually ran his business through a storage unit. And a lot of his loyal customers, like myself, we would rock up. I actually loved it, man, to be honest. We used to show up to this storage place.
My back cave.
Yeah, we used to show up to this storage facility place. We'd call him. He'd be like, cool, man, I'll be out in 5. He'd come out in his car. We'd, like a bunch of us, there'd be like 3 of us waiting for our comic books. We'd get into his car, and then he'd drive into this storage unit, and we were in like a little garage, and he had all his shop set up in this little storage box. And it was crazy, you know why? I'll never forget the one time we went. That's where I met Luke. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Luke and some other dude.
And
we sat there. I mean, we stood there.
Oh,
and we just
that.
we just chatted about comics and nerd stuff for about 90 minutes to nearly 2 hours. Got to a point where I was like, I really
gotta get comic book day. Was that?
No. We just showed up to get our books, and we literally just sat there and chatted in this storage box for like nearly 2 hours. It was crazy. It was good fun. If you had to shut shop, would you potentially go
back to that? Go back to that? Yeah, 100%.
I mean, that's hardcore guerrilla style there.
Yeah, 100% I would go back to that. I obviously, and that's an option, obviously. It's 100% an option, you know, and I'll provide a different kind of service. Instead of having walk-in customers, I'll have, you know, mail order customers. I'll have, you know, specialty customers, you know. You know, when, so it's just, you just gotta keep always, like the situation, you gotta keep fluid. You gotta keep changing. You got to keep changing with the situation. Hence, you know, riding the wave.
Like I said to you, mate, I messaged you the other day. I was like, mate, I'm sticking with you till the end, mate. Till the end.
Till the end.
Yeah. So.
Well, I appreciate that, 100%. Of course, you know I do. And I'll try. I will never take advantage of that. You know that. Just like I said, you just got to change. You got to change to bigger and better things. If print is the end, then it is the end. At the end of the day, you know, I can't say anything negative about the industry because I love it still. You know, these measures are important. These measures had to be taken. They didn't do it straight away, and they held on as long as they could. And as a comic book retailer, I appreciate that. But you know, going forward, I mean, next Wednesday is going to be so strange. Like for me, and for everyone, you know, it's going to be way strange.
All we can do is stay positive, man. That's all we can do in a situation. So
yeah, as best we can, of course. Support each other.
That's it.
You know, from a distance.
Alright guys, that is another episode. Thank you for doing that, Mark. I know it's sort of a tough topic to sort of talk about as well in this time. And look, I just want you guys to know, and you to know, that basically, if Big City Comics does not survive the coronavirus, Mark will always continue to be in my videos. He's become a staple in the New 50 Noob, and when I reboot, mate, you're always going to be a part of it.
You can always come back and we can always do videos about, you know.
So I'm going to film a book haul video now, but that'll be in the next episode, so keep an eye out for that. That will release later on in the week. But yeah, guys, I guess follow Mark at Big City Comics on Instagram, at the New 50 Noob, and yeah, man, stay safe, wash your hands.
Go the Black Brigade.
Go the Black Brigade. Hey! Check out that video. And yeah, till the next video, keep it simple, guys.
Keep it simple, guys.